time for a Tobago segment. Many of you look forward to that. I also look forward to our Tobago segment. This morning we'll be chatting with Dr. Jennifer Bailey of Eden's Door Nature Trails and Camping to tell us all about organic agriculture and farming. And I understand that every month at full moon, Eden's Door in Tobago provides a moonlight hike and cookout. And from what I read online, the food is amazing and the experience is unforgettable. So it is our pleasure to invite via Skype Dr. Jennifer Bailey. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, and thank you for having me as your guest.
It's a pleasure to have you. I look forward to chatting with you this morning, and I'd like to talk a little bit about the experience at Eden's Door Nature Trails and Camping. What can we expect?
Well, it's been described as a sanctuary in the city by a recent article written in Everywhere Tobago. And we're really touched by that, but it truly captures the essence of who we are. We are an organic farm, we have 2 fitness trails, and we also have events such as the Moonlight Hike and Cookout, and celebrations of any kind, birthdays, anniversaries, candlelight dinners and hiking. And we have also been touched by people who come to worship on a Friday evening and hike. So our guests have brought their own richness to the site, and we add to that with our fabulous cuisine and the way in which we try to make everything truly out of the box.
Now, what is usually on the menu? I understand that the menu is one of the highlights of the entire experience.
Yes. Well, we cook most of what we grow, and the things we don't grow, we certainly bring them in. But we have sesame rice with pak choy ribbons and several vegetables. We have a 7-vegetable stir fry. We have another vegetable salad with our basil vinaigrette, and we have roasted green tomatoes with our herb topping. And you should see photos of all of these at Facebook, Eden's Door Tobago, that will really give you a good sense of what we do. In the breakfast menu, we have bakes and akra, and we also have our rosemary garlic bread, which is served often with our eggplant souffle or our spinach souffle. Topping all of this, we have lots of teas, all herb teas, grown with lemongrass, which is commonly called fever grass in the Caribbean, but its lemony flavor gives it the name it deserves. And that lemongrass tea is often mixed with bay leaves. So we have bay leaf lemongrass, mint lemongrass, soursop lemongrass. All of this is so delicious. Passion fruit lemongrass. So we're in passion fruit season now, and I am telling everybody about the passion fruit abundance of plenty at Eden's Door. Passion fruit smoothies, passion fruit syrup, passion fruit punch, and there's nothing better than any of these.
Oh my goodness, that is absolutely amazing. Seeing that many of us here have not had breakfast just yet, that was tantalizing and torturing as well. It sounds wonderful.
Just come and visit us.
Yes, we would love to. We would definitely, I personally would love to. Now, what time are guests expected to arrive, and when does the actual hike begin?
Well, for the Moonlight Hike and Cookout, people arrive at 7, at a little before 7, and we have our appetizers and our introductions. Then we do the hike, and then people descend from the hike to the aroma of all this wonderful cooking, and they have this grand meal, and after the meal, they have dessert. And after the dessert, we do singing of moon songs around the fire. And what are moon songs? Things like Fly Me to the Moon, Everyone's Gone to the Moon, Give Me a June Night, the Moonlight and You. Very lovely romantic stuff that really takes you into a different stratosphere.
Wow. And how would you describe the hiking trail itself?
Extraordinary. The trails have been designed by me. I used to walk through the forest before there were trails, so I knew the inclines and I knew the challenges and I knew the breathtaking views. So I hired in the excavators, and the excavator operators would have me sit on the front side so that I could guide them to the trail. And we did this through natural instincts and cut out two trails, one on the west side where there are 105 steps to descend or ascend, and then you go over to the east side where we have over 400 steps, but there the trail is even more diverse, and from the very top you see a view of the ocean, the forest, Scarborough, and Plymouth. You're sort of in the middle of that southwestern end of the island.
Wow, and this takes place at 7 p.m. until what time?
Oh, people seldom leave before midnight. It just goes on and on. It's a good line.
But how safe is it exactly at nighttime, and is it well lit?
It's lit by solar and moonlight. The beauty of this is not to have electric light. The beauty of a moonlight hike is to be lit by the moon. And then we have solar lights, and it's very secure, very safe, and very exciting.
Yes, I would imagine. How many people usually go on the hike at a time?
We can take as many as 50 people on the hike, and we generally just have somebody's called the lead and somebody's called the sweep, somebody at the front of the hikers, somebody at the back, and we just keep ourselves together so we know what's going on. And would you believe we have many people who, after we descend, while we're waiting to lay out the wonderful menu, they take off and they'd run and do the trail again. And those are the super duper people who love this outdoor experience. But doing it once is quite an achievement.
So that hike is about 4 hours, 3 to 4 hours?
Oh, no, it's not a 4-hour hike at all. The trail number 2 is about 1 kilometer, and trail number 1 is a third of a kilometer. The challenge is in the ascent. You know, it's not a walk in the park, so you can't just take off and do it in half a second. So the challenge is in the maneuvering your way up and through and over the little bit of the hills and the valleys.
Yeah. Are children allowed? What are the
Oh,
age
yes.
groups?
Yesterday we had 4-year-old children on the hike. I've had 3-year-old children on the hike. I want to focus the families a lot more because we're having a lot of family hiking and we have a very special offer. You see, people want to work out, but they don't know what to do with the children. Who will keep the children while I go to work out? Well, at Eden's Door, you bring the children. We have a family offer for 4 people, $500 a month. You come as often as you wish. You bring all the kids and you have a fun experience. So that's important. For one individual, it's $200 a month. So for a family with 4 or more, we will offer it for $500 a month, which is a real deal.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Now, you are located at Plymouth Road, Maryhill, Scarborough, Tobago, that's correct?
Yes, we are right across from the Seventh-day Adventist Church in Mary's Hill. That's a good landmark, and that's where we are. But may I talk a little bit about our organic farming
Yes,
workshop
of course. I want to get
we're
into
about
that.
to offer
Sure.
On May 4th. Eden's Door is an organic farm, and the things we grow, like our green tomatoes and all of our herbs and our pak choy and cabbages, they are organically grown. And organic farming is so important because it improves the quality of the soil, it avoids soil erosion, it promotes moisture, it keeps alive those insects in the soil that help aerate the soil.
Yeah.
And most importantly, it frees us from disease. When we eat organically, we are elongating our life and we are strengthening our health. So the idea of organic gardening, organic farming, is that nature knows best. So we compost our materials, we use leaves, we use sticks, we use the materials that are in the earth, and we get all those proper nutrients, build them up, and use them to grow the produce. The idea is to feed the soil, not the plants. And by feeding the soil, you get larger produce, larger cucumbers, larger lemons, larger cabbages, larger pak choy, and in better health, fewer insects, fewer soil erosion, and a really lovely product.
So you have a wide expanse of land that is located close by?
Well, Eden's Door is a 6-acre estate.
Wow.
What we have done, which is also a really big pleasure, is that in all of this transformation from a forest into a farm and a place of recreation and sanctuary, we have maintained 75% of the property as forest.
That's excellent. And
And so
is
the
this a new
forest is in
addition
the
or
center
addition rather
of
to Eden's
the
Door?
farming is on the perimeter, and the trails are on the perimeter.
And how long have you all been using the produce from your garden to prepare meals at the Eden
Lovely
Center?
question, Verna. We have been farming organically for about 2.5 years. We didn't always do it this way because I'm a university professor by training. I'm in marketing and business strategy. And so I know marketing, but I didn't know agriculture very well. So I went with what most other people were doing. And it did work for a while. And then some instinct of mine decided to break down one of my compost heaps and use it for planting. And I can't tell you how much of a result I saw. Cabbages bigger than two of my heads, and the pak choi, great bunches. And the best thing is the reduction of pests in
Yeah.
the soil.
Wow.
And those vegetables last very long, up to 4 weeks in the chiller, and they are still fresh and still edible.
That sounds amazing. So inspiring also. What would you say keeps guests coming back?
The food.
The food.
The food and the trail. They just can't seem to get anything like this anywhere else. And whether it's our passion fruit smoothies or our banana lime smoothies with nutmeg, or those fabulous desserts that they like, our Waldorf red velvet cake, or our salads. I mean, children come and say, oh, I don't eat salads. And then somebody in the family says, well, try this one. And the minute they try it, they're asking for more. So we make this wonderful 6-vegetable salad with our basil vinaigrette, and children are asking for more.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It is, it is. I mean, this sounds absolutely brilliant, really amazing. What is your vision for the future in terms of this entire establishment?
Well, we really like the fact of offering the workshops in addition to the food and the fitness. We say we are a destination for fresh food and fit bodies, but we recently started glamping, and we have these lovely wooden custom-made cedar cabins with a queen-size bed where people can camp in nature and then come on down and eat some of this fabulous food. But the workshops are a new initiative. We are offering the second one, which is this organic agriculture workshop on May 4th, $100 per person. We're having presenters come in from Trinidad, Mike and Jacinta Mill. They own Bethany Estate in Trinidad, and they make cocoa nibs. If you've never heard of cocoa nibs, they are a phytonutrient, highly nutritious. And actually, these cocoa nibs have more nutritional value, like sulfur and magnesium. They're a superfood than wine or blueberries or any other of the phytonutrients we have. And Mike and Jacinta are coming in on May 3rd for the workshop on May 4th from 8:30 to 12:30 in the morning. $100 per person. We have a limit of 25, and we usually serve one of those fabulous Eden's Door snacks at the workshop during the break. And we really want to see more people farm organically. It's good for the soil, it's good for our health, and they should call us at 329-7785 to register, or at our email address, edensdoor83@gmail.com.
Great. So it's the first time that you're having workshops? Is it the first time that you're having a workshop like this?
Verna, no. This is our second workshop.
Okay.
In January, we had a workshop on budding and grafting, very well attended. We had a lovely, diverse range of people. We had farmers, we had office workers, we had professionals who have their own small gardens and wanted to learn to bud and graft. That was very successful. And at that workshop, We asked people what other things they were interested in, and they gave us a little list, and organic agriculture was at the top of that list. And so we're very pleased to offer this workshop on May 4th from 8:30 in the morning till 12:30. But people do need to register in advance. It fills up very quickly, and we would love to have people call us to register and come by to pay in advance.
Great. Dr. Bailey, where do you lecture?
Oh, I used to. I've left my lecturing hat behind. My last location was Bowie State University, but I've done some international lecturing in France at the University of Angers, and I've also done lecturing and initiatives in Liberia and Sierra Leone, introducing technology to improve education. I am now doing my farming and my cuisine and enjoying this totally new life.
Wow, it's so fulfilling, very admirable. Thank you so much for chatting with us. Could you just remind us of that number that we can call for further information and also to register?
Yes, indeed. It's 329-7785.
Great. Thank you
And
so
anyone
much.
in Tobago could get Eden's Doors number at 211. Information 211 does have our number. And please call us. We look forward to hearing from you. 329-7785.
Great. Thank you so much, Dr. Jennifer Bailey of Eden's Door Nature Trails and Camping, telling us all about organic agriculture farming.